like he was testing angles here. Why are you so comfortable throwing away our 10 years together? Then I'm here for boundaries. Then what do you mean? I just want to be your friend. But then when he's puzzled, why do we need lawyers? Why can't we just divorce as friends? Everything was about trying to get her to soften up so he could screw her over before she protects herself.
He basically admits that he's going to be a deadbeat dad. I'm not going to pay child support, not going to pay medical bills. And he admits, you make more money than me. I'm going to take you for alimony. I called it before. He's a gold digger. He's poor. He doesn't know how to manage money. He is a leech on society and is a leech on every woman he has been with.
We gonna stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way.
Hey.
It's Valley time, y'all. It's almost done. This is the second to last regular episode.
That's weird. It feels like time flew by.
Too fast.
That's a good sign, though, because there are times when I'm watching a season of a show and I'm like, oh my God, the season's still going. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we want more.
But I feel like these shows, like The Valley, Summer House, they tend to have shorter runs than usually the Housewives ones.
Yeah.
So, they tend to be a little bit shorter, but I'm fine with that. It leaves you wanting more. You're like, okay, what else can we get? Yeah. All right.
By the way,
let's do this.
Quick little fun fact here. Hopefully we leave you wanting more. All you have to do is click subscribe.
Exactly.
Oh, that was smooth. I'm so proud of myself.
You're getting it. You're learning more. Yay.
Yeah, but speaking, by the way, of people or shows or people, whoever on Bravo who've had too long of a run and it's coming to an end, let's dive into the news from today regarding the Valley.
Jax Taylor. Adios, motherfucker.
Yup.
Bravo, you and I were texting this morning and I was like, they gave him the Housewives out, which we've talked about before on this podcast.
Yeah, if you guys read his statement, even he's like, after long discussions with my team and production, when Bravo lets you go, the one courteous, nice thing they do is let you announce it and give your version, and they just stay quiet.
Unless it's like a severe firing, like when they fired Kenya Moore from Atlanta and stuff, or unless it's something like really like crazy like that. But yeah, they have given him the Housewives out. They basically said, you're done and we'll allow you to make that announcement.
Yeah.
However you want to.
He can't afford to leave financially. Psychologically, he cannot walk away from fame or attention, good or bad.
Truly, as the end of this episode shows us, like all those points that you're making are reasons he cannot walk away.
Yeah. So, and as he says throughout this season, it's his show. Remember, it's his show, and he waited for years they talk about that too. He was waiting for years to get this show going, get back on TV. He's not walking away. So
no.
Yeah.
No. We'll try to find something else.
And they're using now one last they're using, what is he saying? He's stepping away. That's pause language. That is on pause, Dorinda.
Well, because he says, so I have it here. It says, after an incredibly challenging year and many honest conversations with my team and producers, I'll be stepping away from the next season of The Valley. Right now, my focus needs to be on my sobriety, my mental health, and co-parenting. Taking this time is necessary for me to become the best version of myself, especially for our son, Cruz.
Yeah.
I appreciate his rep for writing such a wonderful statement.
Way too many syllables in that.
and the grammar and the punctuation is just too well done, even for AI. So.
Well, I guess we should dive into the episode, which we now know as of this morning could be Jax Taylor's final days on Bravo.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
If all goes well.
it opens and I got a little confused in the beginning because it opens with Danny and Nia house hunting with Jasmine as their realtor, and the vibe was all off. Because it went on for a few minutes, and I have HGTV on in the background a lot when I work and stuff. I was like, am I watching House Hunters? The banter
Kind
was
of.
the same. It was very like, well, where will we put all the kids? But like that.
Right? That house was small. I was like, oh, this is, I mean, yes, it was a setup for filming 1000%, you
Yeah.
know, for everything. Cause that was just too small of a house, period. I mean, granted, you do get a yard, Danny, that makes up for some of the square footage that you're missing housewives, but a house-wise, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah. One thing though about it though is Nia. She won't even say Janet's name here.
I know she called her Voldemort in the Valley, which I really liked. I was like, that's a good one. That's a good one, Nia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She comes out like with, you know, because actually I realized is like Nia kind of reminds me of like a Disney princess in that sense.
Mhm.
Like Miss USA, always nice, like Polly princess. But she definitely kind of has that going. But for her to say that, like, that's like the kind of nicest way. Like, I don't like for her, because when she was very upset at herself for saying fuck you to Janet. And it's like, so for her to call her Voldemort, I think is a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's pretty wild for her. For her.
Yeah. I did find it interesting because then they like intercut it with Janet, Michelle, and Sheena over at Sheena's house. And I did find it interesting because, you know, then Janet's like talking about the boat, Kristen going off on her. And she's like, well, it's not Kristen's job to defend Danny because it's like not her husband and not her fight. And I was like, well, then by that same reasoning, Janet, it's not your job to ride so hard for Jasmine and Melissa.
Right.
Then this isn't your fight then. So let's like take both looks at that.
And at least here you see the anger in Kristen. You see that she is fighting for her friend. Janet is not fighting for Jasmine or Melissa. She is stealing, as Jasmine once again says in this episode, she's basically stealing their story to make it about herself. She does not care. Janet does not care about them.
I mean, I found it ironic
like,
that Jasmine is showing. Yeah, well, like Jasmine is showing Danny and Nia a house. It's almost, in a sense, kind of bringing them closer together. Like Janet's become the mutual thing of like, well, Janet's pushing us together. Like we had beef earlier and we're kind of like at odds a little bit and didn't know how to deal with each other. But now it's like, well, we all want this to go. We've already dealt with it between the four of us. And now somebody keeps bringing it up. And so we don't want, we're done with this.
Yeah. So, Janet's actually driving her enemies closer together. Which is good. Oh, something I caught here. I was dying at this. This was Sheena explaining to Janet how Kristen operates, or how Sheena views how Kristen operates. And she told Janet that Kristen has a pattern of latching on to the popular girl and what was it? And she doesn't care who she steps on to hang with them. Sheena.
Absolutely.
The most spineless, disloyal, needy. Yeah.
Like
Kristen goes down in flames. She lights the flame with her own cigarette for her friends.
Yeah.
Sheena is the weakest. Sheena bases everything on what she reads in comments, as we've seen in the Pump Rules days.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like Sheena's the most fair weather friend in that sense. Like, look, her and Ariana are basically not friends anymore from what we can tell from interactions and kind of from stuff that like it doesn't seem like they're enemies, but Ariana is there's been talk that like they're just not really friends
Sheena's
anymore.
been on a press tour for her memoir. And she says this was like literally yesterday or something. She said she feels bad for how she wasn't there for Ariana, and she hopes one day they can sit down and talk. So I don't think
You know,
they're cozy
if,
right now.
no, look, I mean, if I was Ariana, I would be pissed, especially with Sheena coming out with the news that apparently Brock cheated on her while she was pregnant and then told her in the aftermath of Scandival coming out. And then Sheena hid that from production and then basically doubled down of like, you need to be nice to Tom Sandoval. It's like, bitch, are you serious? You deciding to stay with your man is one thing, and you made that decision, and that's fine. That's your decision, Sheena. But then for you to say, to basically try to do this, like, my brain is turning into mashed potatoes from fury. I'm like the gif from the movie Clue, Madeline Kahn, Mrs. White going flames on the side of my head, flames. Like, it makes me so mad. Made me so mad.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy, Sheena, the hypocrisy.
I'm willing to bet, unfortunately, that I think in this very week with everything going on, it's going to be set up. This is my guess, observing the moving pieces. Sheena will be replacing Jax next season. I see it all coming together.
It could be. I mean, that could already be in the works.
I'm not excited about it. I just think everything was set up this way. And so my guess we'll see next season. We'll know, but yeah, which should start filming soon. So we'll probably know sooner than later. But yeah.
We'll see. We shall see. But I'm fine to not see Jax on my screen next year.
Yeah.
So he's just bad. He's just bad news bears in a way that's completely different from Janet or Jesse, because I am fine seeing Janet on my screen. We need that foil. We need that foil there for us to create drama.
Yeah, like I love we need toxic people in a show, otherwise it's boring. Yeah, but Jax's toxicity is like Lifetime movie dark. I think I've said that before. It reminds me of that J-Lo movie Enough. And yeah, like that kind of control and stalking, and if I can't have you, no one else. It's like it's not, and like I like people to be psychologically damaged by their shows, but I worry for Britney physically. I'm like, the camera issues, that's too much.
Because we talk about it, it's just too dark. It's too dark. It's also it's very real. We've already said all this stuff that we felt it was important to see for a while, but now this is very like, it's serious. Now this isn't entertainment. This person's pain and the pain that they're inflicting on other people is not entertainment anymore. So this is very serious. Anyway, moving back to something more like lighthearted, infertility. Let's talk about trying to have a baby. Yeah. I mean, they're talking infertility. Obviously, we know like that was something she was going through, and obviously something that they were able to overcome, because now they have Kaya, which is wonderful. So we don't need to really like. I do think it's nice that more and more people talk about that, because I've had friends who've been through infertility, but that was like 20 years ago, and they didn't talk about that much. Just like you didn't talk about miscarriages that much. So I think it's good to keep having that conversation on shows like this. But then Jax comes over with his Trader Joe's orchid. I mean, he at least took off the plastic wrap from it.
Okay, I froze this scene right here, because listen to it. He walks in there on their love sack sofa, and he goes, "Love sack," and Kristen's like, "Love sack," and he's like, "I got one too," and she's like, "I heard." You know where she heard? Why she would know is because I actually kind of worked on one of these campaigns. Love sack was sending these out to all forms of Bravo celebrity and getting them to do posts and commercials and all sorts of, like, I immediately recognized the couch once they said love sack. So they were all gifted these sofas. So yeah.
Look at that. free sofa. That's amazing.
Like, do you normally walk into your friend's home and go, Ashley Furniture? And your friend's like, Ashley Furniture.
No, usually it's IKEA.
Yeah,
IKEA.
Yeah, I immediately, and it took me a second to process because I hadn't worked on that in a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, this is all from stemming, especially too when they filmed. It's all stemming from that
God.
Bravo. Yeah.
There you go. Well, he apologizes for trying to ruin their engagement. That's what I'm going to say. He tried to ruin their engagement because he tried to make it all about him and everything like that. And like, he's just lucky that he didn't completely ruin it for them, because otherwise, I don't know if Kristen actually would have forgiven him.
Yeah.
Like, that might have been, yeah. But when he said, I'm going crazy, I haven't seen my son in days, I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, fuck you, you fucking liar. And then of course, then Kristen and Luke are giving him real world actionable steps that he could take with Britney to get, more time with Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
But we could all see that he was not going to take them because his brain is all like, no, this is all Britney's fault. Britney's the one keeping me from my son. Yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm perfect. No. And it's like, I was like,
yeah,
because he's playing the victim. He's always, you could just see it was just still victim.
Yeah. The pouting. He's so sad. He's so serious.
Yep. But then the next day, or the next at least scene we see, is they're actually back at Kristen and Luke's doing the James May photo shoot, and Brittany and Zach are there. And then of course, like, Jax is like blowing up her phone because he wants Brittany's ring verification code. He thinks that she's not going to realize that he's trying to get into her ring.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm too smart for this now. I feel like we're finally seeing this progression of Britney. Just the veil is being lifted from her. Finally. Let me see finally one more time.
I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, aren't ring cameras like you get off Amazon? I have one. You install it yourself. It's pretty, and the way he's making it, like, yeah, the technician is right here. I swear it's real.
Also, you set up your own account.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like, if I don't know what their account setup, but it's tied to like one phone number or one email address. So set it up under a new email address, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what you do. You just create a new Gmail account and then set it up under that. Just
oh wait, was he? I wonder if he was trying to unite their coverage so that he could see everything everywhere. Yeah,
everything everywhere. I think he also was trying to, in a way, get her to pay for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him so much.
Yeah. And part of me just realized too, another thing, what, I don't know if this is just the Britney, keeping tabs on her, but it is also keeping tabs on production in his house and what's being said about him on camera and all that stuff. Yeah. So,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
That just hit me. Yeah. Hashtag Lifetime movie.
No Lifetime movie for you.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Well, we get Jesse going to his condo or townhouse, and just like he had been ranting and raving about, like, Britney, like, what single woman needs a 5-bedroom house? I was like, well, what single man needs like a 3-bedroom condo and like with 3 levels and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why do you need with this huge, like, rooftop patio, yada, 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 like, save your fucking money, Jax. But no. And then he's all upset. He's like, she's dating someone. She's moved on. I was like, really, bro? Really, bro? How many women not only have you slept with since y'all split up, but since y'all got married? Let's just go there. Like, seriously, dude? Like,
Jesse is really good with Jax.
Jax makes Jesse look really good though too. Like he makes Jesse look normal.
Jesse is like a life coach in this situation, and he's giving he's giving solid advice coming from. You guys can't see the visual, but I'm like, Jesse's like, Jax is lower than the bottom. Jesse's hovering towards the middle of the bottom. But so, I mean, it's like someone who needs LASIK leading the blind. Like he is.
If you're subscribed on YouTube, you could see what Jordan was doing.
It's someone with a C in the class, someone tutoring someone with an F in the class, and he's helping.
This is true.
Yeah,
This is true.
he even advised Jax to move on and accept it. Mm-hmm. And I think from the tone of this episode, from what we're seeing, we didn't get this. I feel like we're missing some Jesse therapy scenes because he does seem to be moving towards accepting Michelle.
I mean, we'll see. I only think, actions say it. I mean, because in one of the things Michelle at the beginning, Michelle shows Isabella the picture of Jesse sitting on Aaron's lap in Hawaii. And she was like, isn't that silly of them? And she was just trying to make it light and funny. And I was like, well, maybe they are coming to like some type of agreement. Jesse doesn't necessarily have to like it or anything like that, but you do just have to come to some type of acceptance within yourself in order to move on. So hopefully Jesse's moving on.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll save it for next week, but we saw the preview. They're doing a unity party, Jesse and
Zen party.
Zen, yeah.
But looks like at Yamashiro's right next to me.
Oh, is that where
I recognize that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I recognize that skyline very easily. Mm-hmm. That's Yamashiro's. Yes,
something Lolly does reveal here, though, is that Michelle screwed up the divorce paperwork, and this is where I go, see. And I like Lolly now. I'm back to it. I think he's amusing. But let's be real. If he had screwed up the paperwork, you guys would all be saying it's a way to trap Michelle. It's all a narcissistic game to keep her. And he pointed out Michelle is in such a rush to beat him. She wants to prove him wrong. She screwed I was like, yeah. No.
Well, I mean, that sucks. Although to circle back though to what you were saying about, this is just a way to trap her. Though she does say that apparently Jesse took out a $300,000 loan at some point. It sounds like in his name. I couldn't tell though if it was after they separated. But if they legally separated, then I think she would not be on that, but
right.
I don't know. But basically she's refusing to pay for it but at the same time, she's still married to him. So legally she's bound to that because California is 50-50. So.
Right. I mean, yeah. I'm not arguing that she should be responsible. I don't know. I feel like Jesse and Michelle their breakup used to be the focal point, and now we're getting like updates without the in between.
I agree. I feel like we needed like another episode with some more Jesse and Michelle divorce stuff.
Yeah, because like suddenly like they're getting along-ish, but also the paperwork's off. Suddenly this loan comes in, and none of that was discussed in the after show either.
You know what? I bet, or I hope that there is, after the reunion episodes, there might be another episode where it's like things you didn't see, because they sometimes do that. So maybe they'll have some stuff, because maybe it wasn't enough or that interesting enough to be put in like full episodes and stuff, but it is something that would help bring context to that. So if you are listening, 32 Flavors, bravo. I think something like that, because any of these little conversations might be just helpful, because sometimes they don't fit into the complete narrative of the entire season.
Maybe it's things like that. I'm sure things like this loan and stuff will come out in the reunion. I was just curious about it, playing armchair Bravo lawyer. I'm like, I was like, where is this all coming? But that 300,000, the loan doesn't surprise me. I mean, the way we hear how he likes to spend and live his life.
Yeah. Well, and then Jax mentioned, this is as bad as my father's death. It's always like, this is as bad as my father's death, and everything. I'm doing everything for my son.
Mm-hmm.
/ I haven't seen my son, all the stuff in my son. Stop drinking, dude. Stop drinking. Stop going to Jax's. Stop, start acting like a real father.
Yeah, that's his big card. His it's always up his sleeve. Everything is his dad.
Yeah, it's his manipulate. It's a way to manipulate people.
Yeah.
Again, like I said at the beginning of the season, he weaponizes his son.
Yeah,
against everybody. So yeah. Well, and then we have Danny and Nia at the plastic surgeons talking mommy makeover versus baby number 4.
Well, we know how it went. They had baby number 4.
And now she can have the mommy makeover.
Yeah. They got the big house. Okay. Danny got the big house out in Santa Clarita. They have the baby number 4, and now she should be having her mommy makeover any moment.
Yeah. Well, probably as soon as she stops breastfeeding.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, because it was a big point of her rejuvenation, her lifts.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I don't know, because it just depends. I don't know how long she breastfeeds for or anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something that she does after the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Also because your body needs to
holidays,
recover from giving birth and things.
Yeah, and do it after the holidays, so you're not dealing with the holidays, recovering from that. And also, like, you're still picking up kids, because I've had friends who've had the mommy makeover. They love it, they don't regret it, but it's major surgery, though.
Yeah,
major surgery.
The name sounds cute, but what it is a set of plastic surgeries, tummy tucks, lipo, lifts, implants, even. So I mean, it's a mommy. It doesn't say it's a full make.
It's just major plastic surgery, and so it's like, yeah. But I'm happy for her. I'm all for plastic surgery. If it makes you feel better, do it. All for it. I'm all for. We're pro plastic surgery. We're pro Ozempic here at PCP. So.
And she will be getting it for free, just so you guys know. If you didn't connect the dots, there will be an Instagram spread, an Instagram collaboration post with the surgeon, who I'm guessing will be Hot Sapien. I'm just going to lay it out there now, and we'll see. But that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Oh, but the fun part. Jason and Janet getting their wedding ring tattoos.
So how much, what's the over under on how much longer their marriage is going to last now?
Yeah. So I put in my notes that I'm really happy that they're getting these wedding ring tattoos, because it's the same thing as doing a vow renewal. Your days are numbered as a couple.
I mean, serious. I wrote might as well tattooed each other's names like on your bodies, because I was just like, I just don't. These were my things. I was like, if Janet doesn't believe this rumor, then why does she feel the need to get this tattoo? Or why does even he feel the need to get this tattoo to make her feel better? Like, is there some truth to this, or is it that she's just that insecure about it? And I'm just asking that question because I go, or was this just a production thing of like, let's just do this? Like, because that's option number 3. Like,
I wonder if this was damage. To me, it was damage control. The way Janet goes into this. This is the beginning of her victim edit, self-produced victim edit for the episode. How comments are so mean to her, and comments, and they do the montage, or the like collage, and I was laughing at that. First of all, I wanted to see if any of them were ours, but the.
But we haven't said anything like that.
From which account? No, I'm joking.
Oh, come on. We think she's a villain for the show, but we still want her on the show. That's the thing. Like, a lot of times we get comments on our posts or on YouTube, like, Janet should be gone. I don't believe Janet should be gone. I think she's a great villain for the show.
Mm.
I think she's very interesting. I think she needs to stay. Like the way that she's like, how, especially with Jax leaving too. Like I think her and Jesse definitely need to be on this show.
Yeah.
With this cast. This is my thing. The way that she was talking and doing her crying there. A, I didn't feel sorry for her. B, this was my thing. When she was like, I feel like I don't deserve you. When she was saying that Jason was basically, she felt Jason was too good for her. I was like, well, if this is true, if she really does feel that way, I was like, if you don't feel that you deserve a good thing, Janet, then you will sabotage the good thing to reinforce the idea that you are not worthy of it.
Yeah.
So like everything is just screwed. Like you're never going to get there. Like, and it's all, but you're always going to blame somebody else for it.
Maybe last season I would have agreed with her because like we were all saying, why is he with her? Now I don't think he's better than her. I see what a spineless little weasel he is, and I'm like, you know my favorite phrase on here, they deserve each other. They deserve each other. So that is always my take. I don't think he's the great guy. When you catch him smirking in the background when things are going on, you realize he's not this innocent peacemaker. He enjoys it as much as she does. So
I mean, the way that he's gone after Danny and defended Jax, that has like changed that's made me go, excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
Excuse me, counsel. I object.
And I did catch something where Janet in her pity party about how comments are mean to her, and Kristen called her a fan, and she was talking about how these comments and the rumors of Jason and his wedding ring are going to follow them forever. I said, like, Danny? Like, you calling Danny? It's going from, like, Groper to SA. Soon it will be. I mean, she's just a murderer next season. I mean, but that's okay. It's just the backlash that she can't handle. She literally Fanit studied this show for many years. The network trained herself. She wanted to be a star, wanted to be a villain. She folds under a few comments. You can't have it both ways.
No, you can't.
Well, also, I don't believe that she's genuinely hurt by the comments. I think she's turning that into a storyline too. So
I agree. That's what I think. Yeah, absolutely. No.
Kristen
they talk babies, and I'm fine with that. But
yeah, we know how it ends.
Yeah,
in a good way. I mean, that sounded. We're happy for them, but the babies are here, so.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like time has passed. They both got pregnant. They've had their babies. Like they basically had their matching babies together, and it's like, yay. So it's not like if they both. And I'm not saying I would have wanted this to happen, but if Kristen hadn't gotten pregnant, was still dealing with infertility, and Nia had gotten pregnant, that would be a different storyline that would happen, where like, where that might be really hard for Kristen and stuff like that. But luckily our Mariposa has had a happy ending all the way around. So like, there's just not much to talk about there.
Yeah.
Besides happiness. So plus we need to get to the meat and the best part of this episode, which I hate to say is with Jax Taylor on my screen, but Britney really standing up for herself. Again. That
was the last scene where he comes over and Britney has it out with him. That I was like kind of stunned. That wasn't acting. He was acting. She was done. Yeah, that was raw. That was one of those moments.
I mean, well, first of all, I was shocked that Jax was not wearing Jax Studio City or Dad Life merch. Like that was shocking, that he was in slacks and a button-down shirt. I was like, where are you coming from, sir? Where are you going to? That's amazing. The fact that like he says to her, what happened with Hawaii? That's it. I wasn't missed. Nobody missed me at all. I was like, oh, you fucking narcissist. Like proving it right there, dude. I was like, no, buddy. They had Janet there. Like they didn't need you. Sorry, bud. You've been replaced.
He's been Janet. You know when they used to say you got jaxed? You got Gen X.
Yep. There you go.
When Brittany said, oh my God, wait, first of all, Jax, because this is just a back and forth, but it all flows. It was edited beautifully, where you're watching the fight, but also their separate confessionals are playing at each other. It is all one comprehensive fight from every possible angle. And he's talking, what he's angry about isn't missing Cruz or the end of their marriage. He says it right off the bat. He hates that Brittany has the upper hand and he has to play by her rules.
Bingo.
I was like, yep. And when you think about that with everything he says afterwards, every angle he's playing for pity in this conversation, it all makes sense. It's about
all of it. All of it. Like how is he's still shocked that she wants a divorce? He's acting like a victim, but it's because he thinks that he still has control over her. But he's like, she doesn't. Like I said earlier, the veil has been lifted. When she called him gross, you're gross to his face, I was like, oh, she's definitely over him. Because like, that's the thing of like, I don't know if it's like all women. I'm this way though. Like I will give you so much room and so many times, but then eventually there's just a moment where everything switches. And yeah, it's like the lights turn on and you're just gross. It's like, I can't believe I let you touch me. And I think a lot of women are like this. It's this repulsion of like, oh God. And I saw that with her. She was just like, you're gross. Like, I can't believe I ever let you touch me, that you were ever in my house. Like, ugh. And I was like, she's done. When a woman looks at you that way, oh, buddy, there ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Period. You're not even getting a breakup fuck. Like this is, you're not even getting that. Like, And she's also like, she's not hiding things for him anymore. Like she's like, and I like the fact that she admits that she thought that she could change him. And I think that's really key for people to hear, that she thought that she could change him. She thought that she was going to be different. And I think that's really important for people to remember, especially the people who are like, she knew what she was getting into. No, she didn't. Because she thought that she could change him. She thought that like she was going to be the one to hold him accountable, that she would be the savior, because women, especially in the South, are taught that like, you know, the man's the head of the household, but like the woman's here to like take care of this man, that be that comfort, that safe place for a man to be. And that's what you're taught. That's what you're supposed to be. Doesn't matter the fact that like he's not a safe place for her.
Yeah.
And he's not. No.
She called him out when she said, how many Xanax who is this Jax? How many Xanax did you take before you get here? Because this isn't how you've been texting me.
Yes. I wrote that down too. I was like,
yeah, that is like, and it makes absolute, like, watching him and but circling back to when you said, what was he wearing? I think it was a game of respectability politics. He's like, I'm going to shave and put on a nice shirt and pomade, whatever the hell he uses for that shellacked hair. I'm going to go in there clean and crisp and show them what a upstanding young man, gentleman I am.
What a father I am.
Yeah.
I'm not just a dad. I'm a father.
It's like, I'm just, what do you mean, Brittany? I'm just here because I want to be here for our son. I love my
when
son.
he's like, I just came to get boundaries for Cruz. Why are you such a mean woman to me? Not just mean to me. Why are you such a mean woman to me? And that's when she like calls him out. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he's like, I'm a really good dad. I'm like, you are not a good dad when you are verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive to the mother of your child. You cannot be. I keep saying that. Yeah. And then he's like, he says that Cruz is his medicine. And I was like, excuse me, but children are not your savior.
Yeah.
You do not have children to heal the holes inside of your heart. Absolutely not. And you should, and he's like, I want to be a better person for my son. And I'm like, no, you should already be a better person. Your son's like almost 4 years old at this point. You've had 4 years. Like you should be a better person. You should have become a better person the day that baby popped out of Britney. Like,
Yeah,
Stop.
he's using a toddler. What, there's a term for it. Is it called parentification?
Yes.
Where yeah, the
Yeah.
parent or emotional incest, and I don't mean incest in that way. It's
But that is a term, yeah.
using your
Hmm.
child to prop you up, and your child is responsible for your emotions, and they're
Well, and
there to fix you.
that's what a lot of like narcissistic parents
Hmm.
do, or to a lesser degree emotionally immature parents
Hmm.
do too. So, but technically he's a diagnosed narcissist, so we
I'm
can call
way.
him that.
It's sad to say I could picture like how old is Cruz? 3 to 4 at this point.
I think he's 4 now, so I think he was like 3. I think maybe he was almost 4 when they were filming
I
this.
just
So.
picture him at a certain point when Cruz is a little older, alone in his trailer on his milk crate watching TV or whatever, being like, "This is what your mother did to me. This is what your mother did to me. It's all her
Hmm.
fault." Like, that's,
Always.
yeah, I can see it. Because he's
Hmm.
not.
Hmm.
He's absolute, like, he was testing angles here to see
Oh yeah.
would it be why are you so comfortable throwing away our 10 years together? Then I'm here for boundaries. Then
Hmm.
what do you mean? I just want to be your friend. Why? Oh, and then the part, this is, oh, wait, because then we're going to get to where he finally snaps. I got so
Oh
excited.
yeah.
The part where
Of
he
course you did.
I was like, is he gonna like run this to the end? But he finally, towards the end, we get to see what he's doing. But then when he's puzzled, why do we need lawyers? Why can't we just divorce as friends?
Yeah. Uh-uh.
Everything was about trying to get her to soften up so he could screw her over before she
Hmm.
protects herself.
Hmm. She was like, he's like, you're so mean to me, Brittany. And I was like, well, because she's finally standing up for herself. And because
Mm-hmm.
she's standing up for herself and her son, Cruz, it feels like an attack to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's holding boundaries for herself. Because she has boundaries for herself, it feels like an attack on him. Because he's just used to no boundaries. He
Mm-hmm.
can do whatever he wants. And like, I mean, she calls him out. You go back to he's like, you're just throwing away 10 years. And she's like, excuse me, no, you did that. Like, she calls him out for not taking his bipolar meds, for not going to therapy. And he's like, well, I'm doing that now. She's like, that's too late. I asked you to do that for 10 years. 10 years, you wouldn't do
Mm-hmm.
that. And now you're going to do it? No, absolutely not. I waited around. I tried to get you to do that. But then I think this is what you're going to talk about. When he snaps, and he's basically like, he basically admits that he's going to be a fucking deadbeat dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not going to pay child support, not going to pay medical bills. And he admits, you make more money than me. I'm going to take you for alimony.
Yeah.
I was like, exactly, because I called it before. He's a gold digger. He
Mm-hmm.
is a gold digger. He's been taking Britney's money. He took Stassi's money before. He's poor. He doesn't know how to manage money. He is a leech on society and is a leech on every woman he has been with.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, he had the audacity to say that he paid the mortgage, that Britney didn't pay any bills. This is the perfect example that no, she paid all the bills. F
Yeah.
right on off, dude. F right on off.
When it was the money that made him snap, and I think the whole lead up to this, like I just said, with why do we need attorneys involved, he wants to get more with attorneys. He's trying to play her so he could get as much money out of this or avoid spending as much. It's
That.
yeah, he doesn't want to
He
stay
doesn't.
with her. He just wants to make
Mm-mm.
sure he gets as much as he can out of it. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
please, Brittany, put down that knife. I'll like come at you with a gun. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He doesn't want to pay for attorneys because also he would keep it going too, though. That's the thing, is that he doesn't want to pay for an attorney, yet he also doesn't want a simple divorce. He's going to he's the one who's going to nickel and dime
Right.
everything out. Like, attorneys would be lining up for Jax Taylor, to be honest with you.
Oh, well,
Like,
it would go on for years. And Brittany didn't ask even for She didn't ask for spousal support. Her child support request in that moment was very minimal. She said, I want you to pay for half of his medical costs, and that's it. That will be your child support. She was saying, I'm not asking you for anything else, anything at all. I'll take care of him. Just pay his half of treatment. That and he doesn't understand how custody and child support works, because he says, then if I'm paying child support, I'm going to take custody. That's, you're paying child support because you don't have custody, Jax. That
exactly. And again, this is where I point out that you cannot be a good father if you are treating the mother of your child this way. If you are going to try to withhold money from the mother of your child, basically from your child. If you are not paying, if you don't want to pay child support, if you don't want to pay for your kids' medical bills, you're not a good father. You're not. Like, fuck off. Right on off, Jax Taylor. You're not a good father. Pay your kids' bills. I hope he is now, because on the after show, she was saying that Cruz now has spent time over at Jax just like a handful of times, but apparently they have drug testing. Like, she drug tests him, and there's certain rules, but like at that time when that after show was it had only been maybe half a dozen times he'd been over there, so since the beginning of the year.
I was part of me right when the news broke about him leaving the show. I was kind of like, is this a ploy to drop his income so that she's even more responsible?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
But I think being legally separated, I don't know if it works that way, because I don't know if the finances still are weighed against each other that way, in the same way, like say when house husbands put their wives on shows, so then they could say, what do you mean alimony? She has an income.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would, but part of me, that was like more shallow than we got into what we already laid out, why he was fired. But I thought, if he quit, why would he quit? It wouldn't be for his mental health. It wouldn't be for his family. It would be to tank his income, to put all the financial burden on Britney, which would, I don't think that is a level of sophisticated spite that I don't think he would want to stay on the show and make her life miserable and make as much money as he can. So,
I mean, I agree. I don't think he's smart enough to think that, but I think he also is that vindictive enough to think that, well, if I can't be on the show anymore, like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that was my lot. I was trying to follow the logic. If he quit, why would he quit? We don't think he quit. He got fired. But I was like, just, it kind of came as a surprise this morning. So I was like, what's the angle here? You can't trust anything Jax says, take it at face value. So we did our PCP algorithm, our PCP algebra. What's that called?
Yeah,
calculus.
Calculus. Yeah. Calculus. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't announce it next week with the finale. I guess maybe he didn't want the finale to overshadow his, to spoil his sunshine.
Yeah. And maybe maybe I'm wondering too, if we know the reunion didn't go well for him and he's just dropping it now, so we'll
maybe
see.
So. Well, we'll find out next week for sure. Well, I think you can make our sunshine and our day better by subscribing and following anywhere you get your podcasts, or here on YouTube, wherever. Make sure you hit that little button, because what do they do? What happens, Jordan, when they hit that button?
We get to pay half our child. No.
God, I wish it was that much. Although if you share this with friends, then eventually we'll start to. In fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, I would say, like, most of our viewers are not subscribers. So if you just subscribe, that would really help. So yeah,
Well,
but
tiny
anywho,
little click. Just a tiny.
tiny little
We
click.
will
That's
not be
right.
calling you and asking for a ring cam confirmation code.
No, obviously we already have our own. That's fine. We don't
Yeah.
need that. Yeah, we're financially responsible here. Yeah, exactly.
Ish.
We're one of the few.
No, yeah.
Ish.
More so than Jax, more so than Jesse. So
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, make sure you follow us on all our socials: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, all
yeah.
those places. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And on that note, what is there to say about adios, Jax?